In today's episode, I design a Froglight farm, build a Froglight farm, and open a Froglight shop. All because the other members really wanted Froglights. So welcome back to Truly Bedrock. But before we get started with any of that, it seems a whole lot has changed. First of all, I now have a full set of netherite armor, including a sword and a chestplate, although I still need to combine these enchantments with the sword to get a max level sword. And I also now have a mending shield that has my logo on it, because why not? And I did all of that on a live stream. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch, so do make sure to go and check it out. But that is not the only thing that has changed between episodes, because there is now a face in the window of my UFO. And my bubble column has gone, so it's kind of hard to get down here now. So if we take a look over here, you can see there is now a Gargamel putting a Smurf into a cauldron. And my UFO kind of looks like a plate as well, which I find even more funny. So there's also a groover. So this is a revenge prank that Zloided on Smurf. And as you can see here, this is an active threat, because Smurf has been going around pranking people and just generally causing shenanigans. I can't remember if I showed it in the previous episode, but that is the same reason that Blue HQ is now looking a whole lot more blue. Now, Smurf has been busy not retaliating and instead has dug out a very big hole, which I've been told is going all the way to bedrock. So what I've done is gone ahead and dug out this 3x3, which goes all the way to bedrock, and put some soul sand down there so that we can replace the bubble elevator in here, because I need a better way to get up to my UFO. Well, it took a little bit of time, but as you can see, we now have ourselves an invisible bubble column right here, so we can fall down the floor to get back to Blue HQ, or we can go up a little bit to get to Silence crafting table. And if we really want to, we can fall all the way down to Smurf's hole, or the bottom of Smurf's hole, although I am still missing some carpets for the powdered snow here. Now, hopefully, Smurf isn't going to break it this time. Anyways, let's move on to something more interesting. Froglight Farm. As you probably know by the title and thumbnail of today's video, that is what we're working on.
But Alien, why are we working on a Froglight farm?
Well, very good question. You see, the other day I was in the Truly Bedrock meeting, and basically everybody was talking about how much they'd love to buy some Froglights. So I thought, I don't have a shop yet, why not build a Froglight farm so that we can add our own shop to the shopping district? So that's what we're doing in today's episode. So as I'm sure you'll know, the first stage to any Froglight farm is of course to find a magma cube spawner inside of a bastion. Now, conveniently, this is something I have already done. As you can see here, we have a bastion, and if we come inside there is actually a magma cube spawner, and we have even cleared out the area already. So I did all this on a live stream. I basically put gravel where there was lava and cleared out all of the lava, and then dug away at the gravel, obviously. Go away, I'm trying to record a clip. I already encased it in deep slate, which basically stops it from spawning things, because that was going to make building this farm a whole lot harder. But anyway, we've kind of got the first part of this farm ready, but we haven't actually got a farm design yet. So I think it's time to go to the testing world. So if we come over here to my testing world, you will see this. Now, I actually got this from a video that Groover Guy made a while back, all about mob spawners on Bedrock Edition. I'll make sure to leave a link to it in the description if you're interested. But this basically shows you the detection range for spawners on Bedrock Edition, if I remember correctly. And now, because I don't trust myself, I'm going to go ahead and rewatch part of Groover's video. And after a quick rewatch of the video, I can confirm that was the mob detection range. Basically, that means that if there are 6 or more magma cubes in this surrounding area, then the spawner will not spawn anymore. So we just need to make sure our magma cubes are being moved away from that area so the spawner can spawn more, making our farm more efficient. So I guess now we should get to designing the actual farm. So if you're unaware of how this mechanic works, basically you have a frog, and there are 3 different frogs depending on the biome it is born in. It will then eat the baby magma cubes and get you a Froglight. Again, the color of the Froglight depends on the color of the frog, which depends on the biome it was born in. So what we need to do is essentially figure out a way to firstly break down the magma cubes into the little magma cubes, and then we just got to get the frogs to eat them. How hard could it be? And after pretty much an entire day of designing, we now have ourselves a fully designed Froglight farm. So we will start from the top, where we of course have the spawner right here. I have made sure it is 10 blocks to the platform. That gives plenty of space for the magma to be out of the detection zone that I showed you earlier, and also make sure the magma doesn't like jump up into the detection zone, because that was an issue as well. But anyway, what will happen is the magmas will spawn, and I'll just simulate that for you now. So some will spawn like so, where they will land on this platform and get broken in the powdered snow. I basically figured out over here that was the easiest way to break them down. I will say right now that everything I've done I designed myself. However, there is a very good chance that similar farms exist, because I know people use powdered snow generally. I haven't intentionally copied anybody. I didn't watch any tutorials or anything. I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. It's very possible similar designs exist. And whilst we're talking about that sort of thing, I'd also just like to say that I enjoy designing farms because it's fun. I don't care if it's the most efficient thing in the world. As long as it works and gets enough for what I need it for, then I'm completely fine. I don't need it to be the most efficient in the world. I'm sure there's 3,000,001 ways I could improve this. But anyway, after the magma cubes get broken down via the powdered snow, they then fall down onto this layer, where they are then drawn to the iron golems. I basically figured out that for whatever reason, if you leave the top row here of fences free, the magma cubes will actually pathfind to the iron golem, even though they can't reach it. So to demonstrate that a little bit better, I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to remove these 3 fences. And as you can see, all of these magma cubes are suddenly going to aggro on the iron golem, even though they can't even reach the iron golem. Basically, what this means is that all the magmas will then go to one of these 3 pods, where they will then get eaten by a frog, and obviously a frog light will be made. Now, on the actual farm, we will actually have 3 different type of frogs in each pod, but I just put the same in this because it's obviously a creative copy. But as you can see, we are getting an absolute ton of frog lights from this farm. And overall, it's pretty simple and not too hard to make. So I guess we should start building it on the server. Now, the first order of business would actually be digging down all the required blocks that we'd essentially need to do. And after not much time at all, we now have dug out this area for the Froglight farm. So I counted down the amount of blocks I needed from the spawner itself. I also gathered up a ton of blackstone, because I'm thinking the block we'll use for this farm is polished blackstone bricks, which is also why I brought a stone cutter. This farm is actually like super cheap. All the other materials I should be able to get from my redstone box, plus a little bit of iron for the iron golem. The only thing I need is some powdered snow, and actually, now that I think about it, a pumpkin for the iron golem. But then it was live stream time. Oh dear, I am now in powdered snow. This was not good news. Oh, that was quite like anticlimactic. It just kind of happened. Oh. Yeah, that's not how you do it, is it? I have watched so many people make that mistake and always thought to myself, I will never make that mistake, but I just made that mistake. Oops. That was not part of the plan. You saw nothing. Well, I just got off a live stream where progress has been made. First of all, as you can see, I have actually gone ahead and built a wall around the spawner area so we can begin putting in the different sections of the farm. And as well as that, we have also been breeding some frogs and now have 2 types of every single frog, which is very nice. So it's technically more than we need, but it hopefully should increase our efficiency at least a little bit. So I guess all we've got to do now is build the farm itself. What could go wrong? I need to stop saying that. I'm pretty sure I keep jinxing myself, to be honest. And with that, I have now successfully built the entirety of this farm. So you can't really see into it, but we have the 3 spots for all the frogs. And if we poke a little hole, you can see here, we have all the frog-like stuff. All I need to do is remove all of these blocks around the magma spawner. But before we do that, we are of course missing one very important thing, and that is the frogs themselves. Now, on my live stream, I did actually go ahead and breed up all of these frogs, so I have 2 of each type. So all we've got to do now is get them into these glass cages. What could go wrong? How hard could it be? So I think the plan is to obviously break the boat and hold some slimes so that they'll walk towards me. And if I have to, I can also lead them as well. So come on. Follow me. Okay, we're going to get them on the lead. And then we just got to get them inside here. Come on. You can do it. Big jumps. Are they underneath the hopper? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, they're inside. We're going to take off the leads and just fill it in like so. And wonderful. Okay, our first 2 frogs are successfully in. And following a similar process, I was able to put the other 2 frogs in their correct areas. And one very short AFK session later, we can see that the farm is working. But let's not forget what we originally built this Froglight farm for. You see, the entire reason of us building this Froglight farm was literally just to sell them. I probably will end up using them for my own build, but for the most part, it is mainly because other people just wanted to buy them. Now, of course, to sell all of these Froglights, we need to open a shop here in the shopping district, which is rapidly growing day by day. There is a Zloy. Hello, Zloy. So I built a very, very temporary shop. And there we go. I have built this Froglight farm shop. It is very, very temporary, but it is a shop that exists now, and hopefully it will get as many diamonds. I'm going to put stacks of 32 at the bottom and then full stacks at the top, because some people may only want to buy like some Froglights, whereas some people may want to buy lots of Froglights. And then I was adequately interrupted.
No, I'm stuck in here. Let's see, I could put my bed down maybe to fly out.
Oh, look at that Minecraft Pro gamer move.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
Okay.
Nice.
All right, I flew out. Now I need to get
you
back
may have
in
just
there.
ruined the linking for the farm.
Oh no.
I destroyed the bed just in case. Hopefully it will relink. Maybe that was not a pro gamer move.
Iron Golem. No.
Oh, there's one.
Okay.
There's one.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. All right.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
good.
two. Okay, it's working.
Okay, we did it. Oh my gosh. Great. I'm glad you were over here. What are you doing over here?
I was just building finishing off my Froglight shop. It's small and very temporary and just looks like 3 balloons or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
balloons. It's awesome. I'm so glad you did this because I've done these in the past and I wasn't ready to do another one.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, and I don't think I have died the entire process of building this thing somehow,
Awesome.
which is very rare.
So you're charging, let's see, 32 for 2 diamonds.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have
That's a good rate.
64 4 diamonds. Oh, actually, I was gonna do it. Hang on, we're going even cheaper.
Okay, yeah, that's a deal. It's
like
a deal
that.
For a
there we go. That's how that's worked.
That's much more. Have you seen these rates for these shulkers? That's a much more reasonable rate. Oh, not these, but yeah, like 5 diamonds for a single shulker box.
What? What is this?
Wait. It is a single shulker box, right? Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't like a shulker box full of shulker shells. Then I was like, okay.
I have like. You know what? Hang on a minute. I know. Hang on a minute. Just wait right there.
Okay.
This is unacceptable. I gotta fix this.
12 seconds later.
5 diamonds for a shulker box. Come on now.
What do you have? Oh, you're doing a pop-up shop?
Actually, we'll do. What do you think? 2 or 3 diamonds?
3 diamonds is already almost half price. So
3 diamonds equal. We'll do it on a new line. 1 shulker box. There we go.
There you go, competition.
Actual good
look at
price
that.
right here.
You're totally gonna make some money off of that for sure.
A fair price.
I'll be your first customer. Here we go. Let's do this.
And I've got more too. I just need
That's
a
okay.
crafting table.
I'll just buy. I don't want to take this whole stock. I'll just buy 1 right now.
Why,
there you go.
thank you.
That's a much more reasonable price.
It gets instantly replaced as well. We've got a good service here.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll figure out. Yeah, I think this is a good price. I'm glad you're doing this.
Jeez, 5 diamonds. That's wild.
Okay. I'm gonna go away before Slack sees me over here and thinks I'm doing it.
I was never here. You were never here. This conversation never happened.
Never happened. Bye.
See ya. And then I made a mistake, because as you can see, we are now missing 2 sets of frogs, and apparently we also just have a skeleton farm. So I was just minding my own business, doing some AFK, and as you can see, we have a decent amount of Froglights in here. Not loads, but certainly some. When all of a sudden, I went out of my AFK box to check the rates and was met by a ghast. Now, the ghast actually blew a hole in the wall, somewhere in this area. Yep, there it is. Now, as you saw just then, all the lava spilled out from the wall and set the chests on fire. Now, chests I don't actually think burn, but the fire did spread from the chests to the carpet, which in turn caused the frogs to, well, burn. Now, what I also didn't realize is that if we take a look up there, which is kind of hard, you can see that some of the fences have burned as well, which destroyed the iron golem or damaged it. And I think one of them is actually completely dead. Yeah, that iron golem just got completely killed by the fire. I think most of its fence got burnt down. Now, luckily, I was able to rescue one of the frogs, which we have right there. But the other two are completely gone. So I guess I've got to go ahead and get some new frogs again. Oh, jeez. Now, luckily, I am prepared and actually have 5 buckets of tadpoles right here. We only need 3 of them because I still have 1 frog spare. So hopefully this shouldn't be too hard. What is this? I just went through the portal. I'm being attacked by magma as soon as I go through the portal, and I can hear a trident drown somewhere. I see you. Anyway, as I was saying, this shouldn't be too hard because we happen to have one biome like literally right here where we can breed the frogs in, and the other biome literally over there. So overall, it shouldn't be too hard to get some replacement frogs. So I'm just going to do what I have done all the previous times, which is build a little box for them, place down the tadpole, and then feed them lots of slime to speed up the growth. And there we go. We now have a green tadpole. Now we actually, or a green frog, I guess. Now we actually need 2 of these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put in another tadpole. Okay, I have ran out of slime. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just leave those guys there to grow up whilst I go get some more slime. So meanwhile, I'm going to come over here to this moderate climate area, I believe it's called. And this is where I have been growing up all of the tadpoles previously. So we might as well continue that tradition and grow up another one. There we go. We now have another frog. So now what I'm going to do is get that frog out of the water, like so, and take it to my boat. In fact, the frog probably doesn't even need to be in the boat because it can swim. There we go. That works. Meanwhile, I should probably finish growing up that tadpole. There we go. So now we have all 3 replacement frogs. So now we've just got to get them through the portal, which is pretty simple when you're holding some slime. So now that we have all of the frogs in the area, we should probably get rid of any fire hazard and then place back down the carpets like so. And I guess just try and get these guys into the right area. So, oh, there's one like literally right next to it. Hang on. Okay. You are coming with me and you are coming with me. No, I don't need you right now. It's not your turn yet. Oh, jeez. Go away. I'm busy. Okay, there we go. We have finally replaced those 2 frogs. That took way longer than it should have. Now all we've got to do is get that frog and this frog to their new home. Well, I guess for that one, it's its old home because it was here before. But anyway. And there we go. We now have the other 2 frogs in there as well. Although I do need to get some more glass. Oh, no. No, no, no. It's happened again. It's happened again. Okay, it has happened again. It has happened again. No. 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 Okay, now I've got to get out. Oh, dear. I really need to spawn-proof this place. Please tell me none of that is on fire. Get out of here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I think we managed to stop the chest from getting on fire, which in turn stopped the carpet from getting on fire. I just went into full-on, like, panic response mode there because there was no way I was going to let this place get ruined again. But anyway, what a... Ow. Oh, my gosh. I hate this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would...
But anyway, what I was about to do was head over here and replace the iron golem. So let's finally do that now. And boom, iron golem, fence post, fence post, fence post, cover it up. And there we go. This farm should now, once again, be fully functional and producing us magma cubes. And producing us FROGLIGHT farms. And producing us FROGLIGHTs, which it... And producing us FROGLIGHTs, which it would appear it is. Nice. So now that we've sorted all that out, it has been pretty much an entire day since building the FROGLIGHT shop. So let's see, have we made any sales? Okay, unfortunately, we have not made any sales, but that is fine because I do believe over here, we've made a lot of sales. We have literally made 60 diamonds just from creating a pop-up shop that sells shulker boxes for a reasonable price. Look at this. Okay, somebody's actually buying them. That is insane. But anyway, now conveniently, I also happen to have a little bit more stock. Now, there are certainly some things missing from this area. For example, there is like no spawn proofing. There is also no decoration here. However, that is going to come in a future episode because I have a whole lot of plans for this area. So I don't want to decorate the Froglight farm yet until I've built up my other plans. So literally right outside of the Bastion, we have part of a nether fortress. And if we go inside that nether fortress, you will find death, apparently. Oh dear. Hello. What you'll also find is the Bastion has generated over the nether fortress, meaning inside of this Bastion, there are actually fortress spawn spots. So one of my plans for this place is to turn it into a mini fortress farm. That's why we keep getting wither skeletons spawning in and dropping to the ground, because somewhere around here, they're spawning and, well, dropping to the ground. So don't forget to subscribe so you know when that episode comes out, and also like the video because it really helps me out. But with that, I'll see you in the next one coming very, very soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and goodbye to you as well.